Some of the county roads are brought to our attention that need either speed bumps, but we can't do speed bumps. They ask us for street lights because it gets very dark, and we can't do street lights. It's a county road, and if we put in speed bumps with no lights, I think we would be really having some liability issues. And so those are the kinds of issues that are brought to our attention. So lately we've had the federal mandate on us to take care of these stormwater drainages. People in the county don't really like for us to get into that, but we are mandated to do it federally. I'm trying to think of, we try to keep up with, I get complaints about some of the roads that get really worn out and they need some help. I turn that over to our TNR department. They schedule it. They go out and try to work on that road to resurface it. And then I get a lot of complaints because some of those roads in Precinct 4 are over that that clay soil, that even if it gets fixed, it'll get wavy pretty soon. And so we try to keep an eye on that as well. Bradshaw Lane is one of those that is still a county road, and we're working on that right now. And I just don't know what the issue is, that we can't get to it fast enough. But we have no feedback from our county department except that they're on a schedule. And this has been this way since we went to the unit road system, which was supposed to consolidate all of the equipment and all of the personnel. And so I do remember that I worked with the county in 1973 when the commissioners had their own precincts. And it appears that there was a little quicker response at that time. But the unit road system is just bigger. They spend more time all over the county. And so I'm not real sure how well that has worked for us. But I know that the team tells me that they stay busy on those roads, but they are county roads. And so they're not, until there's more traffic, there are more rooftops, and there is more traffic on there, then we can begin looking at widening the roads, and of course the cost goes up as well.
I'd like to remind you now that Bradshaw is a main highway.
I know. And we're working on it. We're still working on it. We're still responsible for it.
When you say you're working on it, would you spell that out? What are you doing?
Well, let me tell you what I think I got from the staff at TNR. That their TNR is our Transportation and Natural Resources Department. That is the unit road system that I talked about. And let me just kind of tell you a little bit about, because I checked with the staff to make absolutely sure that we're working on Bradshaw. I can just locate that fast. Quickly.
North Bradshaw, but not south Bradshaw.
The one going toward,
The one going towards I-35 on Slaughter.
I'm talking on the one that's
They're
out
not
of the
working
county.
on the one that goes to 1327.
They tell me they are, but
Well,
if they are
the
not,
equipment is sitting
They
there.
park some equipment out there.
okay, well, if they're not, then I need to get back to them and tell them that feedback. Okay. But they assure me that they're working on it.
When you talk to them, would you tell them that there's couches and chairs, all kinds of crap in the ditch along the road?
Yeah, and we usually get those calls as well, that there's people dump trash all over, yes, I know. And we try to keep up with that as well.
These are photographs that I took over 6 weeks ago of the Bradshaw Road. And
Okay.
I'd like to, can I have a few words?
Actually,
Commissioner, I'd like to ask you a question. There's been very heavy development. There's been very heavy development that's gone on Bradshaw Road. And it commenced with the Lennar development, which is on the north side of Bradshaw Road. And that, they were allowed to go ahead with certificates of occupancy, but they didn't have any sewer connected. And so they had a sewer truck running backwards and forwards to the Onion Creek Golf Course plant there, moving sewer. They weren't even connected to the wastewater system. So I want to know how these things happen. Now we have another development, which is called the Legends Way, which is added to this. Now you ask about the roads. I have watched construction traffic, very heavy construction traffic, move backwards and forwards across that road for 3.5 years. Believe me, we know the issues of when you put blacktop onto a clay surface. But this is about the level of traffic and the density of traffic. And I would ask you as the commissioner to travel that road from north to south. And I'd like to hear how you feel about it, because that is our only access out to the highway. And then I'd ask you to continue on the north side, go down to Slaughter and see what they're doing down there at the moment. It looks like an F1 racetrack with cones and that, and it's been like that way for months, and they keep changing that around. It's extremely dangerous at night. There is no lighting. So all this speaks, and please, Commissioner, this is the first time we've met or whatever, but I'm as a member of Onion Creek and a resident, I moved there 16 years ago because I thought Onion Creek was a lovely place to live and I'd be very happy there. But what has happened in the last 3 years on the east side of Onion Creek is just terrible. There is no planning. I mean, who would dream of putting up 200 houses and not having a wastewater connection? Any road traffic that could travel along there in safety. I mean, these are terrible. These are major issues that concern us. And I'd also like Darla to speak to that.
Let me finish answering this question. I'm glad that you gave me these pictures. Can I keep these? I'm going to take them to the staff. I need to take these to the staff so we can see, and I will write out there. As I said, that department is not under my direction any longer, but I will bring these to their attention.
I'd just like to comment one thing, Commissioner. I'm sorry to interrupt, but let's get to the point. Every time we bring an issue, it's not my purview to take care of it. It's this department.
I understand.
In the end, someone has to step up and take care of these issues because we're very frustrated. There are 1,200 homeowners in our street, and we have a vote. And I think you're going to find this year that we are going to raise to how we feel about this issue.
Well, absolutely. I agree with you, and I'm not trying to point the finger at somebody else, but this is what I was talking about, that they used to be under our direction, and the unit road system was supposed to save money and do better work. I'm not sure, but I'll take these to the staff. Thank you.
Well, whose direction are they under then? When you're a county commissioner, shouldn't all the departments in the county be under your direction?
She couldn't hear you.
If I may,
Stand up.
I've been on Del Valley School Board for 2.5 years. And so that I've worked with Edith, and when I call Edith about things at the fire department, she's like, yeah, we need to get out there. We know, we need to get out there. And Commissioner Gomez is helping me prove my point tonight, specifically because Del Valley ISD has had a female as the superintendent for 2.5 years since Bernard Blanchard retired in May of 2011. And so I don't know when it was that he turned away money, but it's not recently because he hasn't been there. She's out of touch with the community, and I'd like to serve the people of Travis County. Thank you.
Are there other questions? Yes, sir.
Hey, Ken, I get,
One of the situations
I guess I have
of
a,
paramount importance.
yeah, I guess I have a little bit of confusion. Commissioner Gomez says it wasn't her problem, if I understood her correctly, but yet she is a county commissioner, and shouldn't all departments in the county be under your supervision? I don't quite understand it.
Yes, they are, sir. Yes, they are. They're all under us, but we don't follow on a daily basis what they do.
Well, perhaps you need to be a proactive commissioner instead of a reactive commissioner.
Well, I'll take that advice well. Yes, that's good advice. But let me tell you that we do meet with them, and but I don't get these kinds of pictures from them. And so I do depend, well, I guess I should, but I don't. But this is what's good about from you, getting these from you, because I can show these to them about what people are seeing, and I'm not being defensive about them. All I'm saying that this is what occurs, and so so we need to do a better job of making sure that we meet the needs, no doubt. Yes, sir.